Hi everyone, welcome back. Welcome to another weekly episode, another weekly offering of the Interconnected-ness, the weekly oracle series. It's your girl, TheeMemoryAstrologer, you all. And this weekly message, this weekly offering is for March. March 2023. What happened? What's up? Let's review the new moon and the full moon notes that's available on Patreon. So let's think about that. But this weekly message is for the week of July 10th through July 16th. All right, you all. This week is like the pre-week. It's like the prep week. That's what I heard. I was saying pre-workout, and I was like, what? But it's the pre-week, the prep week for the upcoming week where the nodes shift. And I think that's also the week that Venus goes retrograde. July 22nd, right? Yeah. I think that's also. So next week is very influential. So this week we should just, take in really the combination facets. If we checked in, did a map. Boom, we're back at the map. Y'all remember that? We're back at the map. Boom, the big, beautiful whiteboard that we are all given each year. January 1st here, whenever the new year hits for us. Whenever the new year presents itself to us. Because the Kemetic New Year, you feel me? We understand that each new year is a different time period, it's a different phase, and carries a different energy, right? So with this, we need to be very mindful about the stories that we have implemented or we have found, discovered, mapped out on our giant whiteboard. You feel me? We're given a giant piece of paper. Where are you on the paper? How much have you discovered? How much have you shaded in? What did you color? What did you find? What did you discover? You feel me? It is a blank board, which means it is for you. It's an individual purpose. So you might be like, oh my goodness, this is a field of sunflowers. And I could be like, oh my goodness, this is like a hilly environment in San Francisco. So it's based on our perspectives, our own paths, our own approaches to life. Okay, excellent. Really congratulate ourselves this week. All right. Also, time-taking tools such as schedules, to-do lists daily, but also like a weekly one, what you need to get over, what you need to get done Tuesday, what you need to get done Friday, so we don't miss any appointments. All right. And we can always also set alarms. Okie dokies. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. All right, you all, don't forget that the July monthly reading is available. It is a free tool on another platform. The other platform is TheeMemoryAstrologer. It's spelled THEE, MemoryAstrologer.com. It's spelled like that, but it's also, that's the website. And that is also in the link tree, link in the description box below. But it's also in the description box, okay? Excellent. Please remember to thumbs up this video. Send and share this video out. People who make you feel good. People who allow you to continue growing and blossoming into the person that you are destined to be, okay? Please remember to send it and share it out with those groups, organizations, and those people who you allow to continue growing, who you allow to continue growing and blossoming, who you allow to continue growing, blossoming to the people, to the individual that they are destined to be. Excellent. Please remember to turn on your ringer so that you can do what? So that you can hear when the videos are being dropped, when the messages is being dropped, okay? I think some of my content is still being shadow banned on YouTube, but you know what? We finna keep on going, period. We're gonna keep on going, okay? Excellent. If you all would love to come on over to the Playful platform of Patreon, the Playful platform of Patreon access is in the description box below, and also the link tree link, okay? Remember, the Neptune retrograde part 1 and part 2 is available. It's once again another freebie. Look at that. Freebies. It's up to us to take them in, okay? The freebies are available on the Patreon at TheeMemoryAstrologer. Just scroll down. You don't have to go to or purchase anything. Just scroll down and read it. Send it to yourself. Review it sometime, okay? And then it's also on TheeMemoryAstrologer.com. It's spelled THEE, memory, MEMORY. Astrologer, astrologer.com. All right. Perfect. Excellent. If you would love to send a love offering, the link to Cash App and the link to the Amazon wish list are both in the link tree, link in the description box below. But they're also, just Cash App is, by the way, is in the description box below. Wonderful. Absolutely excellent. What's going on with some boats this week? And I'm not saying like no big old freight boats. I'm not saying that. I'm saying like little sailboats. What's going on with that? It's giving wind, but no wind. We need to be very mindful about ourselves. Also, the technique of sailing, is that like a lost technique? Is people do not know how to understand that? It's giving like re-awareness to map making, looking at it from like a shipper's perspective. I hope that's the term, shipper, someone who's out at sea. Landscaping. That's also getting to know like a traditional, why am I saying composition book in my head, but it's actually a compass. So understanding that. It's also giving the understanding of the poles and how a magnet, of how a compass works. All right, you all, this is giving major no conversation. It's also giving 9 of diamonds, so we need to be very mindful about our electricity within our house, but also keeping our things charged. And it also might think about what are other ways for us to maintain electricity. That means budget billing. That may also look like we might be wanting to buy or find like generators and extra supplies like that. But yeah, we actually, y'all, we ain't using no golden cards today. We're actually back to the OGs. You know what I forgot to do? And you know I felt it. So this week is going to be very influential, especially our nose cavity, girl. Why am I hearing cavities? The nose, the little areas of cavity is giving nose canal. We need to be very mindful about that. It could be really dry. Facial steamings is very imperative. Also, how fast we eat, our digestive system, mucus intake. It's also giving, we need to know how to do a balance, mucus and greens. Mucus and spinach. It's spinach, kale. It's right, and it's like, it's really cute. Beets. Well, let's do our 3 deep cleansing breath. In from our nose. Slowly out our mouth. To be open, to be aware, and to be ready for this week's message. You all, this is a really good week to start our balance. What does it mean to grow balance? And I'm saying we could test it out this week because there's a new moon coming up. July 3rd was last week. Yeah, a week and a half to the new moon. We can use this time to think about some things we want to set into motion when the new moon comes, okay? Excellent. I think it's the 17th, but I genuinely don't know, y'all, for real. Or maybe it's the 18th. I don't want to pull up my calendar. My phone's about to die. But if we're going to think about that, strengthening exercise to grow our balance, think about doing those same deep breaths as we're standing up. You feel me? Make sure we ain't slunched over, nothing like that. We're standing up. They said diaphragm up. You feel me? You wanna get a little booty in there too, so I'm gonna show y'all. You feel me? So we wanna fram up, booty up, and we wanna slowly lift our legs up. You feel me? We're growing our awareness to our legs, our body. Yes, step, but we're also giving like what is it called? Strengthening of our core. Yes, all that good, wonderful, fabulous things. But it is strengthening on the left of our balance, and soon we'll be able to not use a wall or anything to hold on to. We'll be able to do it ourselves. So this is also teaching us to trust the flow and balance and trusting within ourselves. But that's also like hidden teachers, unseen situations, and seeing the interlocking facets of them. I like it. choices are presented to us. We need to really like listen. Active listening, activate. You know what I mean? Wear in our heads. And also, let's be very mindful about the nervousness in decision making. What makes us nervous about decision making? Is it like taking accountability? Is it like, did I make the right choice? Which aspect of decision making makes us feel a little uncomfortable? And I want us to really start to understand why. Because when that next full moon comes up, we're going to use this experience as our benefit to see what are some things that we're holding on to that we think we need to be releasing, so we can see the experience, to see the situation for really what happened, for really what it is, and what can we take away. And that's very vulnerable. That's very heart opening. That's also very empathetic, because we are giving it to ourselves. But don't forget, like, we're not going through those same feelings of anger, of hurt, of jealousy, of envy. So don't be like knocking off those other feelings because we're like going towards, or have our mindset towards one understanding. Since we're releasing something, that doesn't always mean it's gonna be easy, but that's letting us know that it's like you going on a relationship, you gaining your trust with yourself, is you going through these experiences and like linking arms. You feel me? That's 10 toes is right there. It's being 10 toes with yourself. So how can we be more 10 toes with ourselves? How can we be more stable within ourselves? That's our own mindsets, our own awareness about life. And parents, this is very much a message for you all, because you feel me, even though I don't have children myself, that doesn't mean I am not over like individuals. I am not a leader. I am not a nurturer. That still says, you feel me, these are other aspects. Okay, anyways, parents and people who don't have kids, this is a message basically for both of us, you feel me, because we're still leaders of ourselves, authoritators of ourselves, okay? Okay. Give yourself some love. Give yourself some compassion. Give other people that, you feel me? Just as we are going through and experiencing and deepening this experience within ourselves, don't forget people doing that themselves, you feel me? And also doing all these other things, you feel me? You just heard me saying that I'm not a parent, but you are going through an inner diet as a parent. And you're still carrying the hats, and still wearing the hats as parent, as leader, as community, you feel me? Engagement, as aunt, as grandma. So we have all these many titles and things that we have, and these are all these many depths and things that we're going through. How can we be more nicer to ourselves, more understanding to ourselves, but to other people? For real. That was deep. That was like hella winded. So yeah. Also, this week we need to think about laughing at ourselves. Think about not laughing at like, girl, you did that. Ha ha ha. No, not that. I'm saying more so the essence of like, say for instance, you feel me? I trip. I'm a tripper. You feel me? I'm a tripper and I'm a faller. So if I know I'm a tripper and I'm a faller, I'm gonna do it gracefully. Then I might laugh. I might get up, do a little you dig. You feel me? So I understand the different aspects of myself, and I work with that. So this week, let's start seeing the little bits of joys, little bits of laughter we can literally give to ourselves. You feel me? So you feel me? Somebody cut you off, you like, ha ha! I really know what's going on. This really takes nothing away from me, but it do kind of make me angry the whole time. You feel me? So, yeah, bro. It's like picking and choosing our battles, and that's right there. That's a beautiful lesson. Okay, Queen of Diamonds. I was really trying to do a good shuffle, but I don't know. Let's do a good knock me down. What is that? Our head is like super sensitive, and it's right in here. It's right in here. So be very mindful with our third eye. Like what we're being shown, what we're seeing, our intuition. How does our intuition talk to us? How can we be better and flow with it? This is that trying thing again. Are we really paying attention and listening to what people are saying? Or really what's saying in the, going around our environments? You might be like, oh my goodness, just give me a sign, and then 2 cars over, one of the, you feel me? You would say, oh my goodness, just give me a sign, a song. And one of my favorite songs, and you won't hear the song playing in your car, but in the environment the song might play. So it's telling us we need to be more open to really what's going on around us. Yeah. be more open to really what's going on around us, within ourselves, within our own environments, within our communities, within our states. Yeah, but also just normally in our environments. How do you do a temperature check within your environment? How you know if things good? You feel me? You know when things good, if things bad. You know if someone's upset. Look at this. You see? And that's the electricity it's talking about in the body. Yeah. We need to also be very mindful. We need to drink up our electrolytes. We need to up our electrolytes. We need to also think about, like, if we be eating a lot of fast foods, this would be a really good week for us to think about setting more whole, like, fulfilling the whole diet type of thing. We need to really think about that. Also, there is something we need to think about if we're purchasing homes, foundation of homes, foundations of environments. Also, this is a really good instances. 9 of Diamonds, 6 of Spades reverse. Systems in our body. We need to really be very mindful of our Venus fingers. And you're like, girl, it's probably not called our Venus fingers. It's probably called what is it called? I can't even, it's right on my tongue, bro. Okay, watch this finger, okay? Watch our nails on this finger. Watch the systems. Ask ourselves this week, what will bring us wholeness each day? That's why we're doing the check-ins. Okay, yeah, that eats. 9 of Diamonds, 6 of Spades, though. We need, give me a second. Northern winds. Going towards the east. The East Coast needs to be more mindful of winds. I'm thinking of it as a windiness. Now, it's not going to be windiness. It might be a little dry. It might be a little dry. So we need to, people who live on the East Coast, they need to really uptake their intake in water, fruit, things that is like nourishing the body that also gets like the water substance. Also be very mindful of our skin on the East Coast. Most definitely. Oh yeah, we need to be very mindful about that. Yeah, we already talked about this. Yeah, this eats. All right, we're gonna read this message and we're gonna do the week. We're gonna do a weekly message. 8 of Hearts, Queen of Diamonds, trusting ourselves, thinking about ideas. Oh. When was the last time we checked in with our guardian angels? We sent the prayer out. Thank you. This is kind of giving ungrateful and thankful times while I just saying low key, high key. We need to be very mindful about our steps, how our choices impact us. We need to, it's kind of like victimization. Can you clarify this 8 of Hearts reverse? Yeah, 5 of Diamonds. Our body like hella communicates with us, 9 of Diamonds. But I feel like you just fell out purposely. 8 of Hearts could also be like the unawareness of really what's going on in the system. So we need to be very mindful about what's going on in the environment, in our, like what people are really saying and things that we are engaging and connecting to. If we engage and connect to things, especially this week, ask us, how is this useful? How is this fulfilling me? We also need to be very mindful about over-giving in relationships. What does it mean to overgive? When we overgive, how does it make us feel? Do we communicate those feelings to other people? Do we hold our feelings in? How do we even acknowledge and be aware of our feelings? Also, this is go another step. We're not using our own previous experiences or experiences of day-to-day life. We're not taking them in and realizing our impact or how they are impacting us in the long run. And this is really a week to change our mindsets, to think about things holistically, to think about how things are adding up or what connects what to what. This is going to fall, and I don't want this to fall. Okay. But yeah, this is a week of really trusting ourselves. This is a week of discernment needs, discernment needs. There might be a lot of things going on around us, and we need to be very mindful about what's going on, what we're signing on to, what are we gauging onto. We also need to be very mindful about power and control in relationships, power and control with ourselves, but more so, it's just we need to review our ideas, review our engagements, review our understandings. We could be like heads in the clouds, very busy looking back at situations, old situations, and when we need to be building off of those situations. Because our ideas, our viewpoints can impact our money, can impact our vision, can impact our long-term growth, can impact our relationship with our body. Also, I wonder, this is, we might think about, we have a lot of feelings. We might be asking ourselves if this is a good time for professional assistance, professional support. And I'm contemplating 9 of Diamonds. What type of professional? A teacher? Okay, want to talk to? Okay, want to talk? Okay, so we might be thinking about getting professional assistance. This might be therapy. This might be. We might have dry skin. It's just more of a like emotional regulation thing. We might be like trying to go see a professional about regulating our emotions, regulating our body, regulating our systems. But I think that we can also get a professional help with balancing our money. This is also a really good time to holistic health. Hella holistic. I'm contemplating. Yeah, there goes the professional. Clubs, 4 clubs. See different things from a different perspectives. Yeah. Growth on oneself. Our own ideas. Saying, wow, this has been happening along. Okay, 6 of Diamonds. Okay, yeah. 8 of Hearts. How can you give love and reviving back to yourself? 8 of Spades. 6 of Hearts. Yeah. 8 of Spades. 6 of Hearts. Yeah, nourishment within our body, most definitely. Yeah, if we communicate early with the doctor, because this is gonna be like our pre-awareness. So our pre-awareness, we can like go talk to a professional about this and set the goals, set the short-term to long-term. Think about that. Why is this useful? Short-term to long-term goals. Short-term to long-term goals. Short-term to long-term goals. Okay. So this week we need to be very mindful about our decision making, our engagements, what we sign on to. We need to start thinking critically about situations. We also need to, it's kind of also giving like situations are building up and we just feel defeated. And it's all about our mindsets. It's all about who can we talk to, who can we engage with that allow us to really check in with ourselves. Also, this is a really good week to start checking in with ourselves, the different modalities of checking in with ourselves that's useful for the growth of ourselves, because here it's like we're not seeing the continuous growth of ourselves, and from a different perspective, maybe from a professional, maybe from a family member, we can start maybe from someone older than us. Yeah. Yeah, a different conversation from someone older than us. We can think about things holistically. Maybe see a little bit of our fixed or limited mindsets or perspectives. But, yeah, this is a week of really growing our awareness and trust within ourselves. 8 of Hearts, 8 of Diamonds. This is Eats, and this is kind of cute and really funny. So with that, I said a whole lot. And since this week we're going to be using our awareness of our emotions, we need to be understanding that left and our right brain, and that's really what this is: understanding our left and our right brain. So we understand that our left part of our brain controls our right side of our body. right? So then our right side of our brain controls our left side of our body. So we see how systems are slowly like minuscule, but they're so impactful. So minuscule, but so impactful. That's that small to large. But also, how can we use our perspectives as seeing things holistically, maybe stepping out of things emotionally. This week we need to see things from both perspectives, but from the least of emotional engagement, okay? We can feel things, but what are our feelings in our head saying to us, and how can we mold and integrate them? How can we better understand our feelings? Talk about that full moon, right? Talk about that full moon, y'all. This is unawareness of being how tapped in you are. Unawareness of really what's going on around us. And this is a really good week to do an offering, a thank you to our spirit guides, our ancestors, the ones who have transitioned before us. How can we better honor them? That means, learning devotion to them. That means, what does that look like to be devoted to that? How does it look like to be devoted to yourself? How can we be more open? Pray to our spirit guides. And it's maybe how do I pray? How do I communicate? And that is an individual relationship. But through, once again, we already were saying a practitioner here. And I wonder if it was an Eight of Diamonds. Yeah, it could be a medium. This would be a really good time to get a conversation with someone who's medium or psychic or does tarot. This would be a really good time to really check in with them. Or more so, it's maybe getting a conversation on check-in about how they are. Maybe this is a really good time to check in about how they have been communicating. And how to be better and flow with that, but also how to be better and flow with yourself. Emotional regulation, 100%. We need to be very mindful about our heart pressure, our blood pressure, our sugar, our red blood cells. We also need to be very mindful about. Yeah, this is a lot of right. A lot of left and right, yeah. 100%. 100%. All right, you all, let's do Monday and Tuesday, excuse me. Thank you so much. So what does it look like to pray? What does it mean to pray? To speak about, your feelings, what's going on. Who do you speak about those things? It could be everyday things, your troubles, the things that you overcame. Yeah, we need to talk. Oh my goodness, this is how we finna pray. We finna say, thank you. You can say to the Creator. Thank you, oh Spirit guides. Thank you, oh Spirit guides. I love you all and I appreciate you all. Thank you all for walking with me, for allowing and teaching me how to overcome. I ask that you please guide me, continue guiding my steps. I pray that I continue to open my heart to you and to myself, and I'm aware of how you communicate with me, the flows of the world, the flows of myself, and how to move through them. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. I greatly appreciate you. Teach me how to better acknowledge you and to honor you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Amen. You feel me? Something sweet like that. Something sweet, girl. Something sweet, okay? Okay. All right, Monday, Tuesday. Y'all, once you pray like that, it just sends it up immediately, automatically, and you feel it. We need to really ask ourselves, what does prayer mean? How to weep or pray? Prayer looks really different to each person, literally. For me, prayer to somebody who, in a whole nother facet of religion, they might be really deep into it. prayer might look like this, prayer might look like that. How is your connection to your guides? How is your connection to your spirits? How is your connection to the higher source? How do you connect? How do you connect? Also, this week we need to be very mindful of how our mind matters, our mind desires, our material desires, and we need to be very mindful of our emotional desires, our needs. We need to start weighing decisions out, how they impact both those, both areas, both criteria, but they have a list. You feel me? Yeah, for real. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, one card, please. Wednesday, Thursday, you got hella conversation. Need to be very mindful what's being said. It's getting like horns honking, people talking, chat. You know, in the fiction books, especially like George, the little monkey George, and he be out, he walking with the guy in the yellow outfit, and then it say all this commotion like bubbles and stuff, like cars honking and say honk 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 honk. So a lot of things going on Wednesday, Thursday. A lot is going to be going on, and it's up to us to pay attention, to be aware, to be focused. You feel me? What we focused on? All right, Wednesday, Thursday. Ooh. Okay. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Saturday and Sunday, or just the weekend. Just the weekend, one card, please. Okay, thank you. Yeah, that's hella. This is prepping us for the full moon immediately. Whatever happens this weekend, let's be open to it. Let's allow us. Okay, I don't know what happens the weekend. What happened the weekend? Oh, we grow our awareness to our self-worth. Okay, so this weekend we might think about we're losing something that I don't know what we're losing this weekend. It may be a perspective. So through this perspective, what are we gaining? But don't also forget that, sometimes when we're saying what are we gaining, we have to feel these, we have to grieve these, we have to allow these situations to happen to run its course. So we can start anew. You feel me? We just can't be like, all right, yeah, that's it, and go to the next one. No, most definitely not. You're not going to see nothing you had. You can't reflect. You feel me? You ain't finna review like, oh my goodness, I did just went through that. You feel me? We can lose a lot of memories like that. No, we're not going to take the loss as an L. We're going to take the loss as a 7 because we do what with 7s? Loss is just a what? A 7. Flip it. A 7 is our awareness to the other perspectives about what's going on around us. That just slowly allows us to start off like this, to then slowly grow, you feel me? Because of that 7, because of that awareness, because of that, it could be a knife. Could be this sharp moment of clarity, this aha moment. It allows us to start anew. But do not, ignore those instances. Want to quickly rush over it. What is it sharing to you? What is it bringing up? What is it sharing to you? What is it bringing up? And what is vulnerability? Because we can eat that and say I overcame. This is what I did, and what I didn't do. This is what strength looks like. This is how I define my strength. This is how I found my inner power. This is how I found my inner calmness. This is how I found inner ease. So it's a loss, but you got 7 things right there. You feel me? All bad. But it's up to us to be slow and allow. Monday, Tuesday. Be very mindful of our energy. We might got a whole lot of things we got to do. Monday, Tuesday, to-do list, baby. It says, Radical acceptance says yes to reality in any given moment. So what's needed can come next. It's sideways. There's a decision that happens to us, and we need to be very mindful about what's going on. But also, this allows us to see our whole impact. Maybe we were too fixated on something. Maybe we were a little nervous about something. And now is our instance, or this is our instance, to really see both perspectives. Take a step out. Detach a little bit. Be very mindful of crows. Be very mindful of birds. Be very mindful of our long-term and our short-term goals. Be very mindful of our dreams. Be very mindful of our dreams. Be very mindful about our dreams. Also being a little hard-headed and reacting quickly on Monday and Tuesday. Wednesday and Thursday. I like that because Monday and Tuesday really allows us. Wednesday and Thursday. It's perfect. It says, let your authentic humanity shine forth while also bowing to the inner divine. You can become fluent at doing it. Wednesday, Thursday, whatever the decision we make on Monday, Tuesday, let's be very mindful about it. Let's step into it. What does it mean to step into a situation? What does it mean to step into a decision and just go with it? What does it mean to step into a new beginning? What does that mean? What is a new beginning? How are we stepping into it? Who is it involving? How is it going to be impacting you? Non-duality, we need to take things from a detached approach this week, especially at the beginning of this week, okay? I truly say Wednesday, Thursday, we need to be very mindful about our thoughts. We might get a headache. We need to be very mindful about that. Sensitivities in our neck, in our shoulders. We might be holding on to a lot. So Wednesday, Thursday, what is a skill set that we can practice to start releasing tension, especially in our upper body? What brings us relaxation Wednesday and Thursday? And we need to start asking us that. Also, we need to move that way. You feel me? We can't be moving high-headedly. We got to be moving at a sense of like tranquility, all systems moving at once. So Monday, Tuesday, we might, you feel me, got hella to do. Wednesday, Thursday, we might also feel the burn of so much to do, but how are we going to implement the schedule? And here, I understand that we're going to start implementing the schedule Monday, Tuesday. We're going to see what works for us so we can start building that facet, so we can start really seeing the uniqueness about ourselves on Friday. Friday is Venus Day, okay? Friday is the day of systems. You feel me? Friday is the day of internal systems. It's Venus rules 2 signs. Emotional connection, Venus, oh my goodness, emotional connection, Taurus, and material awareness and the continuous growth of like the different realms, Libra. So from this, both dual perspective, how are we going to bridge the connection? But really, that's really just, growing your awareness to yourself, growing your awareness to the whole version of ourselves. And when we see the whole version of ourselves, that also allows us to see the different components within ourselves. Like, oh, I did this. Oh, I did that. You feel me? Oh, I remember this experience when I was a little girl and it impacted me like this. So I used to wear this as a little girl and it made me feel so good. So now I wear it like this. You feel me? So it's seeing the many different facets within us into using them into integrating them within ourselves. You feel me? This is the peacock. And I believe the peacock is one of the animals. I'm not really sure, but it's July 2023. The monthly message is available on TheeMemoryAstrologer.com. TheeMemory, MEMORY, astrologer, ASTROLOGER.com, okay? We see that the peacock is standing here full in its essence. You feel me? It ain't just like, I'm here, I'm a bird, you feel me? Cacao, no, baby. It's full, it's big, it's beautiful, it's flourishing within itself. So whatever the decision we make, how can we better equip ourselves, the mindset, with the values, with the tools we need in our toolbox to step on it, to be about our business, okay? Be about it. What does it mean to be about a situation? That means be like, all right, sis, you're going to be there at 7:30. You pulling up at 7:30, period. You being about it. To go back to the conversation that we were previously talking about loss. But extraordinary, extraordinary. You feel me? You ain't extraordinary. You ain't regular, ordinary. You're extraordinary. Your relationship to yourself is extraordinary. Your relationship to your creator is extraordinary. Your relationship to your inner authority is extraordinary. Your relationship to your spirit guides, your relationship to you feel me, the guides who walk before you, who walk around you, your court. You're extraordinary to them. What does it mean to be extraordinary? Extraordinary. What does it mean for you? That's each individual approach. Just like to life, my love. Extraordinary says, there is a wild and impetuous uniqueness to you that deserves, baby, to be honored. It didn't say supposed to be. It says 10 toes down, deserves to be honored. So how you gonna be that? How you finna be about yourself? How you finna be about your business? Inner power. Leo season is upon us. What did you learn from Cancer season? What are we taking away? Be very mindful of doves. Be very mindful about birds. There is a bunch of different birds here. We got green birds. Be very mindful of parakeets. Be very mindful of like ponds and being near water, being near still water, little ponds, huge ponds. Be very mindful about the windiness. Be very mindful about the dryness. So how can we be, it's like temperamental, but how can we be more understanding of that? How can we use our energy wisely Monday, Tuesday? What does it mean to use our energy wisely? And I ain't saying use all your energy until you're burnt out either. I love you all. I love you all. I love you all. And when I'm going to see y'all again? Remember? Next week.